In today's video, we're going to be going over a very quick guide or tutorial of our sales engagement platform. Now, just as a quick explanation of what a sales engagement platform does before we get into it, it's basically a piece of software or a tool that allows you to basically reach out your ideal customer profile in an automated fashion by putting together a list of prospects, entering it into a campaign that you would design, and then automating that outreach to ultimately reach more people with less effort. So I hope this gives you an idea of what the software does. So let's jump into actually how it looks like. From the website Division50.com, you can create an account and use your credentials to log in. First thing you would need to do is link your LinkedIn profile and email account. And once that is set up, you will then have access to, of course, a dashboard where you can track and monitor all of your different activities. So we can see here how many people we've connected with, how many connection requests we've been sending out on a daily basis versus how many people have actually accepted the request. Other information like how many people have replied to our messaging, how many follow-ups we have sent to these individuals we're reaching out to in mails, and you get the idea here. So just to give you a very high level of the performance of your different campaigns. Of course, you have other insights like timeline, how long your campaigns have been running, and as well as some more insights like location, basically the countries that you have been targeting, where your prospects live, and finally, just very general information about the industries that you are targeting, the keywords that are on the profile of your prospects, just to give you an idea of the different titles that you are targeting, and so on. So not to spend too much time here, now we jump onto arguably the most important part, to campaigns. And what we have here, as we can see my profile, I have 3 types of campaigns. Now, you can have as many campaigns as you wish. Each campaign can be different in terms of maybe targeting a certain persona, which is a great way to compare, to see which persona performs better than the other, so that you can basically refine your outreach and focus on the best performing one. Now, going back to the 3 different campaigns I have here, I have an in-mail campaign, basically utilizing the in-mail feature of LinkedIn, where whenever there is an open profile that is able to receive in-mails, then we are able to send them a message. And if you open the campaign here, we can see that there's a list of actions, starting with the first one, sharing a message, just your typical sales copy that you would love to have a quick chat about their business. And you can see here that we have variables. And what a variable is, basically, it's a way for you to personalize your message at scale. So if you drop, for example, a list of prospects with 2,000 to 3,000 individuals. So rather than sitting there and typing messages and mentioning their name one by one, the system here will be able to do that for you in an automated fashion by using variables and capturing the data from either their LinkedIn profile directly, or if it's a CSV that you have imported with a list of your prospects. You get the idea. Very straightforward here. Now, going back to the same campaign, we can add a list of different actions like viewing the profile of the prospect. As we all know, we are notified on LinkedIn whenever someone goes on your profile. So it's a good way to nudge the individual and grab their attention. Another step here, which you can see, is like and comment on one of their most recent posts. And you can include exactly the comment that you would like to mention, which is here. Thanks for sharing. You can add different steps, but for the sake of the demo, let's just go back to our other campaigns where we have invite campaigns. And this is where you would see a little more action here. So you can add split testing, so different variations of the same step in order to try out different messaging to see which one performs best. And as we can see here, we have a number of different actions that we can set in place. We've seen the view profile before, but we can also just like rather than comment on a post, create some delays on whenever someone accepts our request, we can then follow up with them using specific messages in order to prompt them to get on a call, ideally, so that we can promote our product or service. And you can see here that we can create different steps, all the way up to 9 steps where we have a final follow-up. You can add also endorsements to the individual that you're reaching out to, all with the intention to get their attention and book a call and get in a meeting to potentially promote your services or products. So that's for the campaigns. Now, how does it look like once a campaign is live? So all you basically do is, after you activate a campaign, is let the software do the work for you. Whereas the messages, as we can see, if we jump into our inbox here, you'll be able to see that all of these messages are being sent out automatically. So we did not have to go and send the message to Nick here with the help of our variables used in the messaging and different steps in our campaign. We can see that we've sent a message saying, "Hi Nick, impressed with what you guys have done at the company name, and I work with chief executive officers to adopt new lucrative tactics for B2B lead generation. Hope to connect." And the idea here is that the more people you reach out to, the higher the probability of you getting a response and jumping onto a call and again promoting your product or service. But rather than spending so much time doing it manually one by one yourself throughout the day, here you don't have to do that anymore. The system will do it for you at scale, right? And then based on the delays that you have created and the different sequence or cadence, the software will run it automatically. Now, the moment somebody replies, of course, we do not want to be sending messages out of context. So the system automatically, the moment anybody replies, it will stop the sequence so that you can take over manually and then nurture the lead and basically try to get on a call with them, whatever your call to action might be. Now, we do have a managed service where we even do the nurturing for you. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to focus on the software. So far, we've seen LinkedIn. Now, with that being said, we also have the ability to connect an email. And this makes it a very powerful tool, having the ability to use multiple channels. So you can create a sequence where not only that you are engaging with them on LinkedIn, but also over email. See, here we do not have that. But the idea, if we go back to campaigns, we can go back to the invite campaign we have here. And then we can add a step. And that step, if we go to advanced steps here, can be send an email. So imagine that you're reaching out to a prospect via LinkedIn, and then you introduce an email step where now you are reaching out to them on different channels, and that definitely increases or higher the chances of you getting a response, because when they open LinkedIn, they see you. When they check their email, they see you. And naturally, it will intrigue that individual and give you the ability or higher your chances to get a response. So that's pretty much it in terms of our sales engagement tool. Like I always say, it's really not rocket science. It's just a piece of software, a tool that helps you to reach out to a lot more people in an automated fashion so that you can focus on the more important things in your day-to-day and let this tool do the heavy lifting in terms of cold outreach. And yeah, thank you for watching the video, and please don't hesitate to reach out to me or any member of our team to answer any of your questions.